welcome back.
Good evening, everybody. We're back, the Babble Babbettes. I'm one of your hosts, Brittany.
And I'm your other host, Brandy.
And we're here, as usual, at Old Ghost of Hollywood in downtown Hollywood, Florida. Our vintage gift shop.
Yes.
We're still partying outside. We've switched up our backdrop today. We're next to Schultzy and the Pinhead banner, but you can't really see it, I think.
Maybe a little.
So, what's new?
What's new? Where did we leave off last time?
We left off right before Halloween.
Yeah, introducing or kind of telling our Halloween weekend plans. The weekend was very successful, I think.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was very fun. We had a lot of fun. Maybe a little too much fun. Some of us.
Yeah, so Friday we had our party. Both nights honestly was our party.
Yeah.
It turned into our party. But Friday was fun. We had Remy, who is a magician. He was great, as always. Yeah, he did some magic. He did sideshow style entertainment, and then we had our friend Janelle, who is actually a mermaid at the Bee Ocean Resort. She did burlesque, and she did her sets were really cute.
Yeah, it was great, honestly.
Yeah, it was.
It was really great.
So that was fun.
She did a great job.
And then Saturday was Hollyweird, which was also really fun. Lots of trick-or-treaters.
Yep. Lots of people dressed up.
Yeah.
Good costumes too.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, the kids, like there was these one particular costumes where the kids are like in the dinosaur.
Yeah, it was really cute.
The blow up dinosaurs. Those were my favorite. Those are the best.
Yeah, they were cute. I liked the disco ball people. I don't know if you remember them. Actually, I don't even know if you were outside.
No, I don't remember.
Oh my god, it was great. It was like 3 people, and one guy had he had made the costume was handmade, and it was a big disco ball. He was like in the middle of it, and they built in a speaker in the disco ball, so they were like walking down the street, and like the girls that were with him were dressed like 70s but also like disco balls, like just like reflective, like shiny.
I was not there for that.
I have a video of it. It was really cute. I
didn't realize that you put up our new disco ball too until just
an hour ago. I gotta put a light shining on it though, so it like reflects
sparkles.
It. Yeah. What else? I think I can't remember if we went to that estate where we brought everything after that. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So we hit up a great estate after that.
Really good.
We got a lot of stuff in. Almost, I would say like most of it has sold already. Just a little plug. If you want to check out our Instagram, Old Ghost of Hollywood. We do ship. And we put up stuff every single day, multiple times a day. New stuff, old stuff. We're getting ready to beef it up for Christmas, holiday time.
Halloween was a lot of fun. Loved it. Can't wait for Christmas. I'm so ready.
Yeah, I'm tired, but it'll be fun.
It's gonna be worth it.
Once it's like all in here, then I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to take it out.
To be in here and Christmas music playing and
Mariah Carey. So that's gonna be a buttload of work, but it'll be fun. Trying to think of any festivities coming up. I don't think we have anything yet.
Not yet.
We are hopefully planning a goth night here. It's in the works. It's in discussions.
We had one.
We had our own on Saturday.
Oh man,
boy, it was fun though.
We did have fun.
Yeah, so I don't know what's been going on.
Well, we're kind of catching up now too because we haven't really seen each other since Saturday, since the party, since Hollyweird.
Are you sure? I had to.
I saw you, but it was like very brief. Yeah. We didn't have to like time to talk shit.
Yeah.
To babble.
Yeah. But lots of just weirdos.
I've been kind of like recouping.
Yeah, me too.
Bit,
like I feel like I'm finally
coming back
breathed.
to like center a little bit, kind of getting back into like a routine because I feel like October was like a lot.
Yeah, it was.
because it's weird because I remember in like September or maybe August we were talking about our plans for October and we're like, oh, we don't really have much going on, and then it turned out we had a lot going on, so yeah, kind of just
I would say like it's there's like a little bit of a lull always in November before, but then I'm like looking at the calendar, I'm like, oh, we're already in the second week of November.
Yeah, dude.
Like Thanksgiving is in what, 2-3 weeks? Like,
yeah, dude. I feel like I went to sleep like the 31st, and then I wake up and it's like already November 10th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is a little scary. Like, it's alarming that time is just flying. What else has been going on? I don't know. Just freaks coming in here. Nothing new. We always attract eccentric people. Somebody had said to talk about like things that have happened in the shop with like weird people. I really cannot think of any off the top of my head. I'm sure I have a million stories, but dude, I don't know. I can't recall any of them right now.
That we probably can't talk about.
That too. Like, I don't want to put people on blast. But I don't know. There's been last week there was a lady that had come in, and I remember I heard Jackson talking to her about the mannequin that's mad at him.
Oh yeah.
And he was like telling that whole story about the lady that came in, which it's really not my story to tell because it didn't happen to me, but he told me just some lady that came in, which I think it was really funny because I remember telling you this one of the nights we were doing the Mina reel. Should I say this? I'm gonna reveal the secret behind Hollywood magic. That Mina's not real.
Okay, you have to cut that out. Cut it out. Cut it. But Mina's real.
I know. I'm just kidding. She's real. We were catching her in here being crazy, and like a couple days later, this lady comes in and I wasn't here. She wasn't here, and this lady's telling Jackson that there's a girl that dances in here at night when nobody's here. Coincidentally, we saw Mina doing that in here. If you don't know who Mina is,
you better ask somebody.
She's the ghostess that takes care of old ghosts once we leave. But I just thought that was so funny. And she's like, yeah, there's a girl that like dances in here. She looks at herself in the mirror. I was like, what? But we have a mannequin in here that she proceeded to tell him she's mad at him.
She's mad at him. I want to know why she's mad
Lord
at him.
Lord knows. I don't know.
He knows.
He knows. So that was interesting. There's a lot of really quirky people that come in here just because of like we're in downtown.
Yeah.
So I feel like all the weirdos are downtown.
You never know who's gonna walk in here.
No.
It's funny, not to cut you off, but last night I was started watching Cabinet of Curiosities. I didn't get very far because I got distracted. Oh, she doesn't like it.
1 out of 10.
Well, we're gonna find out why. But they're different every time, no?
I only watched we just watched the third one tonight.
Okay.
It was okay. I mean, I really am still not sold.
Yeah.
The first two, good fucking bye. I did not like them at all.
Really?
Number one, again, like, I forget what movie you told me that you were like, you had started watching it, but then you like found yourself on your phone.
Oh, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Ew. It was like that, where I was like I was just not engulfed in it.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention. I was like on my phone. So that's like the giveaway where I'm like, I don't fucking care about this. I love him as a director and a creative.
Yeah, like originally I was really excited about it.
They, I think, lied. Like, they did false advertising. Because they advertised it as if it was going to be his series.
They put Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities.
It's not.
So anyway, I started watching it, and like, the intro's playing, and I had this thought, I'm like, and I feel like we've talked about this before too, I'm like, what if one day
he came in,
this fucking guy walks in here?
Okay, well,
and I was talking to Adam about it. I'm like, one of my worst fears is him coming.
I'm just kidding. I'm manifesting it.
He comes in here and like you're not here,
and you're like,
and he's like starting to ask me questions that I don't know.
You would have to call me. I'd be like,
I would call
I'm
you
on my
immediately.
way. Are you kidding? I would throw up. He's amazing.
Yeah.
His house is amazing.
Like a fear. So that you'd never know who's gonna walk in here.
Yeah, definitely.
It could be some.
What's really funny is that Jackson and I have also been having this conversation. So maybe somebody's coming.
Yeah. No.
Because this has
100%.
been a conversation that we've been repeatedly having over the last like week and a half. Is like, yeah, you just never know who's gonna walk in. You just never know who's gonna walk in. Well, so the other morning I see on Instagram, a lot of the times just because we have so much interaction on there, I like barely pay attention unless somebody's DMing or like commenting or whatever. And the other morning I was looking at like just the engagement, like the likes and the comments or whatever, and I see this name that I've never seen that has a check mark. I'm like, who is this? So I click on the profile, and it's a director for Haunting of Hill House, American Horror Story, Sabrina.
What's the name?
Her name's Axel.
X, like XL or like
no,
Axel?
Axel, like AXELLE.
Okay.
So I started looking at her Instagram. She's also a collector. She has really great stuff too. But she works on all these fucking crazy shows. And I'm like, excuse me? So then I followed her and she followed the shop back. So I'm like, oh my God, she has to come in here.
Yeah, totally.
So I would say that like, I have a few like dreams, like long-term dreams. I would say one of them is like to have like a confectionery like shop, like coffee shop with like candy incorporated to all of this. Because that was like really like I would love to have a coffee shop, but like with this, and then turn bar at night, which might be coming sooner than you think. Who knows? But my other real like dream would be to like work with American Horror Story in some way, even if it's just fucking renting a little rinky-dink thing to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would be like bucket list, like amazing.
It'll happen.
Amazingness.
It will happen.
So that was really cool. I think that and then like she was posting specifically like which episodes she directed too, which I thought was cool.
Okay, I was gonna ask you that. Is she like a guest director? Like, you know how some, for example, American Horror Story, like, yes, it's created by Ryan Murphy and Brad, I think his name is, but then they'll have like guest directors.
So I think what I've gathered, I don't think it was like that in the beginning though. Or was it?
No, I don't think so.
I think it was them fully creatively like having control.
Yeah.
But from what I've gathered now with the last few seasons is that they do that. Every few every few episodes they have different directors, which
like,
I didn't know.
My check. I don't need to do this anymore.
Oh fuck, I wish.
You know.
But so so that's like the situation, I guess. I don't know. I like this last season. Did you start watching it?
No! I don't have Hulu.
Oh, God, bro.
I want to watch it so bad.
It's good. I like it.
I might sign up for Hulu again. The thing is, like, I had it, and I just canceled it, too, like, last month. I was like, I don't need this shit.
Yeah.
Here we are.
How do you... Oh, no. White Lotus isn't even on fucking Hulu.
Oh, my God. We have to talk about White Lotus.
Wow,
bitch.
I love it. I'm up to season 2 now.
So
there's
you're all
only
caught
2
up.
episodes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Adam and I just started rewatching. Well, no, he hasn't seen the first one.
Okay.
So, because he started watching the second season because he likes the fucking guy from The Sopranos.
Yeah.
So that was
enough. I did
enough.
not know he was in it.
That was enough to be like to get him like interested.
Right.
Like, okay, I'll watch it. Because before he had no interest at all.
Yeah.
So he's into that, and I was like, all right, but let's watch the first one. And he was like, okay, fine. So we're at episode. I think we just finished episode 3, and shit doesn't really start hitting the fan until like episode 4. So he's like, all right, there's only 6 episodes. Like, what's happening here? And every time I'm like, oh, just wait, it's gonna get good. And then like it just doesn't. Like I don't know. I don't remember it being that short.
Slow? Oh.
Like I thought there were more episodes.
Yeah.
There's only 6. So yeah, he's not that into it.
Oh my God,
but I'm thinking the next one is when shit starts hitting the fan.
I loved it. It was so good.
It's so good, right?
I really like did not know what it was about. I just kind of started. I had nothing else to watch. I'm like, oh, you know what? I remembered that you had told me, and then I think Nicole had posted it, and I'm like, let me watch this. And in the beginning, which the opening scene, you're like, oh shit, what happened?
Oh,
when they're in the airport.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, let me see what's going on here.
Yeah.
Dude, Jennifer Coolidge is my favorite. She is so fucked up and funny. Like, it's perfect. It's perfect.
You know what's funny is she reminds me a lot of my grandmother.
Really?
They look alike.
Really?
So if I'm gonna show you, but obviously Jennifer Coolidge is younger.
Yeah.
But they have the same like from here down, like that's my grandmother.
Yeah.
And they both make the same faces, and they're both like very dramatic, and it's so weird when I watch that show. I'm like, that's my grandma.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
She's so good. Like,
yeah, she's great.
And it's actually funny. Like, I laughed out loud.
Yeah.
At a couple of like things that happen in the episodes. Like, it's just so usually her, like, it's just so outlandish that it's fucking funny.
Yeah.
But it's also very dark, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you feel things. At least for me, it did.
I like how it plays on both sides of, I guess, like, what is the word I'm looking for? Like, both sides, like, political. I don't want to say the word political, but both sides.
Yeah, it shows like the younger generation and what to me is like popular and what like kids are talking about and like what they believe, and then it shows like, which I wouldn't even really say it's politically charged. It's just the parents are just
slightly like, kind of has that air.
Yeah. The parents are just more of like, all right, like, relax.
Yeah, you haven't experienced real life.
Right, which is kind of like how I feel like I am, because I'm really not political at all. Right. I'm like a realist. Like, okay.
Right.
Calm down. So, yeah, it's just very funny in that way. Like, I don't know. It's really good.
I like how it doesn't take a stance on either side. It's like, it's poking fun at both.
Right.
You know, and I like that.
Yeah, I can appreciate that too, because usually on television now it's one side and that's all that you see and hear.
Yeah.
But that is a great show. I really like it so far. And I did not know that Christopher was in it. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh my god, Christopher!
I like him. He is better looking now than he was before.
I would agree.
Okay.
Yeah. He's
like, I
definitely
mean, I haven't seen The Sopranos, like, at all. And what it is, too, is, like, there's so many seasons.
Yeah,
it's
really a little hard to, like, start it from the beginning.
And I did watch the first one. It's good. Like, it does seem very promising. Obviously, it's, like, regarded as, like, the best show of all time.
If you guys have nothing to watch and you got a lot of time, watch The Sopranos. It is one of the best shows ever.
One day.
It's just so good. I love it. What else have I been watching?
Oh, so I watched Don't Worry, Darling, which I did like.
We haven't talked about this. We started and we're like,
I did like it. I did. I loved it.
Sue me.
I did.
I loved it.
And I don't know why the internet, like, I hear different things. Okay, I get the whole thing that happened with the cast. That's fine.
I don't even know what happened. I saw like, oh, he hates him and this one hates this one. I'm like, how do you know?
I still don't fully know I don't know if the full story is even out there. I know there was some drama with like Olivia Wilde and Florence Welch, and something to do with the cast, and Harry was in there somewhere in the middle too. So I don't really know. But I have heard that the working on that set was not good, not fun, and I get the impression that the actors involved really kind of they kind of just rubbed their hands with it. They're kind of like, okay, I did it. I don't really care about this anymore. They don't take any pride in that movie, it seems like.
So weird. I fucking loved it, man. It
I
made me cry.
It's very dark. It's very depressing. And people were complaining about Harry Styles too, like saying like he was a shit actor. I'm like,
let me tell you something.
It's not that bad. Like,
I never liked Harry Styles. Like, I just never was a Harry Styles person. Yeah. And maybe, I don't know, a few months ago, I liked that song that was like popular on TikTok, the As It Was.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that song came out when a lot of changes were happening in my life, specifically with the shop. So I could like, it resonated, like, you know, nothing is as it was, like everything's changing. So I had that like emotional pull to that like specific song, and it's fucking catchy. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
But I never was like this person that would be like, let me put on Harry Styles.
Yeah.
But then I started listening to that album, and I'm like, okay, I like this. This is good.
Yeah. It's definitely it's feel good. Music.
Yeah.
Totally.
And there's songs in there that really are meaningful.
Mm-hmm.
And at least to me, like I find deep meaning in them.
Yeah.
So I already started to like sort of like him once I listened to that album, but I'm sorry, I liked him in that movie.
Me too. I have no complaints.
Like,
I mean, he's not like, you know, he's not an Oscar-winning fucking. He's not an actor,
but he
really.
was good.
He's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
they're just fucking
Like,
jealous.
It's fine. He did fine. I have no complaints. It was like nothing about it was distracting.
I really, really liked it.
Fine.
I liked it. Like the sets were cool. It was like mid-century modern. The whole like Palm Springs feel was very cool.
Yeah.
And I liked him. I really liked the girl.
Florence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really, really like her.
Yeah. She's good.
But just the whole thing, I did not predict it. It was not predictable to me
Me neither.
at all.
Me
I was
neither.
like, wait, what?
God, those scenes when they go when they go back, you know, to real life, I was like, oh my, like I was
they
like,
made him look
fuck
putrid.
That shit is like really depressing.
Ew. Like,
wait, are you sure?
for me, yeah, you probably liked him, but no. I was like,
shit.
oh my god, like they really made him look like a fucking
Scraggly.
freak.
Also, Olivia Wilde in that makeup and hair.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like, whoa. I was like, wow. She really shines in that
Like
kind
era.
of era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I was like, holy moly. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole thing was good. I really liked it. Barbarian, I also saw. Really good. Which, you know what's crazy? What's fucking crazy is that the mother is a man. Like in real life. That the mother character is played by a man.
You're joking.
No, I swear. Because I'm like, dude, you know, I'm like looking at like how it looks so crazy. I'm like, who the fuck is this? Like, who plays this character? And it's a man. I mean, obviously it's a lot of prosthetics and makeup and shit like that. But yeah, I mean, it makes sense because it's like freakishly tall and like thin. But that was a great movie with a great twist that I was not expecting at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't terrified. I wouldn't say it's like the most scary movie ever, but it definitely had some shock value.
Yeah.
Like, holy fuck, what's happening? Yeah. It sort of made me at that specific moment feel a little Midsummer vibe. Like I was not expecting anything, and then it's just this fucking primal like murder, and I was not expecting that.
Yeah, that scene. Well, like we talked about that scene, the initial
shock
moment that she goes in there, and you know, that was like, oh my god. And then at the end when Justin Long fucking sacrifices the girls, goodbye. I was like, holy shit.
Get your baby, bitch.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was wild.
I really missed him though. I really like him. Justin Long.
Yeah, I liked him too in that. And just in general, I guess.
was just happy to like see him again because I feel like I haven't seen him in anything in a long time.
You know who I really do like is oh my god, I can't think of his name. Pennywise.
Yeah.
The guy that plays him. I really like him.
Yeah, I like his brother too.
Who's his brother?
Fuck, I don't remember his name. He was in True Blood.
I don't know if I can watch that.
Really? Nope. Oh, he's so hot.
Like I know he has a brother, but I can't picture him right now.
I mean, he was in The Northman. God, I don't know why I can't think of his name.
It's Skarsgård. Bill. No, that's Pennywise, right?
Bill. Yeah.
Larry. Tom.
No.
Phil.
No.
I don't fucking know. Lee.
No.
Richard.
I don't know.
I know he has a brother, though.
You know him.
And his dad is an actor, too, I think.
Oh, really?
I think so.
I don't know him.
It's just a family of famous people. What else have we watched? Any new series? They just put a lot of stuff on Netflix, too.
Like what?
Old stuff. Like I saw, oh my god, what's that movie with Training Day? I love that movie.
Really?
I love it.
That's so funny. I love Denzel. I would marry him.
It just reminds me of when I was in high school.
Yeah.
What else? They put a lot of stuff on there.
I haven't seen that, but Adam loves that movie. Like,
Training
loves
Day?
it. Yeah, loves it.
It's funny. I love it.
I saw one scene when they're in the car, and I think he like gives him some kind of drug or something. I saw that.
That movie's so good.
But that's it.
Oh my god, I was just looking today. They put a lot of stuff, like old movies.
Yeah.
And then they've put some new stuff up that I have not seen yet. I don't know. I have to really be like,
yeah,
this looks good to watch it. Like The Midnight Club. Can't care.
What's that?
I don't know. Some fucking stupid show.
It's a show? On Netflix?
Yeah, it's a series. Same like directors or producers as Haunting of Hill House, I think, and like Nightmare on Elm Street. And there was one more.
Wait, the original?
I think so.
Oh, that's odd.
Haunting of Hill House, Nightmare on Elm Street, and I want to say there was like one more show. It's like I don't know. I just can't. I think it's too like teen based.
Yeah.
I'm like, boring. Next.
Yeah.
I
feel like there was something else I saw, but I can't remember.
Let me get on my phone and look. There's a movie that's on Hulu with Emma. What's Evan Peters' ex-girlfriend's name? Roberts?
Emma Roberts?
It's called Abandoned. I want to watch it, but I'm scared to watch it at night.
Dude, you need... Oh my god, did you watch The Vanishing? I'm gonna kill you.
Okay. I couldn't...
Okay, listen.
I couldn't stay, like,
so
invested,
that's fine.
bitch.
That's fine.
But and I couldn't find the other one.
I went online and I was like, let me look at the difference between these two movies. So apparently, it's the same fucking director. So he made... It's not French, I'm sorry. It's Dutch.
Yeah.
He made the Dutch version, and then
he
made an American one. Because I went online to see like a trailer, and I was like, wow, this looks freakishly similar to the Dutch one. Like, why does this look so similar?
Yeah.
And, obviously it was because it was the same director.
I got up to where Barney, is that his name?
Barney?
In the fucking American one, his name's Barney.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Am I fucking making that up?
Barney?
No, I swear I think his name's Barney.
What? Okay.
The kidnapper.
Okay.
Goes to the boyfriend's house and is like, I have her. Like, come with me. And they got in the car and I'm like,
okay.
So that's where I ended.
That's kind of fine. You didn't look up anything, right?
No.
Okay. So maybe you still have a chance to watch the original. Because there's like this video online where it was like comparing like side by side.
Yeah.
The original to.
But if it's the same.
It's not.
Oh.
It's not. And I was like, oh my god, this girl's gonna watch this. And it is literally like a Hollywood remake. Not like, the ending is not the same.
Oh. But how can I see it?
I have a copy and I lent it out, and this fucking bitch never gave it back to me.
Okay, well.
So I'm gonna have to go get it. Because I don't know where else. I don't know.
I looked it up. I did not see it anywhere. Did you ever watch Manifest?
No.
It's like the show, the series on Netflix about the plane that disappears.
No. Is that real?
Just terrible acting.
Is it real?
No.
No.
Terrible acting, but I got addicted. I was like, okay, I'll watch this. What else?
Adam and I were gonna watch something tonight. Oh my god, what was it?
On Netflix?
No.
Oh, like just in general?
Yeah. Oh my god. I don't remember.
A movie?
I think so.
I don't know. There's like... Now I'm not seeing any of the shit that I was seeing this morning. What else is really good? Maniac? Love that show. I told you to watch that.
Maniac. Oh, is that the one with Emma Stone?
Emma Stone, Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's such a good show.
I have not seen that.
It's so good.
That's like... How many seasons?
Oh, I think...
Just one?
I think just one.
No.
Yeah, just one.
Did you ever watch Handmaid's Tale?
Yes.
I haven't seen not one episode.
Honestly, it just came back.
Okay.
I started watching it. I'm like, kind of, I don't know.
Really? I feel like people who watch that show are like
Die Hard.
I
was in the beginning. I really loved it. I just think with COVID and everything, the huge break that they took, I kind of just fell off and was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But when it first came out, like every week, I was like, oh my god, Handmaid's Tale's on tonight.
What about Mad Men?
I liked Mad Men.
You finished it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But after it came out,
yeah,
I watched it.
I'm surprised. I feel like you would have loved that.
Yeah, I liked it.
I think I only got like 2 seasons in.
Have you seen Boardwalk Empire?
No.
Oof. I like that show.
No.
It's really, it's a fucking amazing show, but the sets, that's where I got Babette from.
Really?
Yeah. There's a club that's called Babette's in Boardwalk Empire.
Nice.
So a little history for you there.
Yeah, I gotta watch it. There's no reason.
There's so many good fucking actors in it.
Yeah.
And just, I do like period. Correct, like pieces, like
it's
Peaky Blinders.
Totally up your alley. Yeah.
Oh my god, Peaky Blinders is one of the fucking best shows ever. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
That's another one where it's like there's so much material.
Yeah,
it's like
that show is.
I could
go back in time.
Yeah.
And like be in something, I would fucking be in that family.
Are you gonna be a Shelby? Or are you gonna?
I'm gonna. You already know what I'm gonna do.
Oh man.
I'm gonna make myself Tommy Shelby's girl. What else? I'm just looking through things on Netflix. Did you see Spiderhead?
No, what the fuck is that?
It was like a movie that came out. It was okay.
Spiderhead. Why does that sound so familiar?
What's the kid's name that was in Top Gun? Miles?
Oh, your guy, yeah. Miles Teller?
Sexy man.
No, I haven't seen it.
He was in it. It's dark. I liked it. It was like not the best, but it was okay. I like movies that are about like psychological, like like labs, like testing on people, shit like that. That's what Maniac is also based on.
Okay.
Like it's drug trials.
Oh, there's a movie that you might like. Fuck. Well, have you ever seen Dead Ringers? You like Jeremy Irons, right?
Who is that?
Lolita.
Oh yeah.
Watch Dead Ringers. If that's like,
Google that.
And I think it's actually on HBO Max.
Oh.
Yeah, watch it.
It's a movie?
Yep. You'll like that. Oh my gosh, people looking through the window.
Oh my god, they're gonna see us. Stop it.
They're like, what are they doing in there?
Oh my god, he's attracted to his gynecology patient?
Do not watch a trailer.
What else? I don't know, there's been some good movies on here. Did you watch Mindhunter?
Not really.
Oh my god, another great show. Like top 10 for sure. I love that show. Oh my god, I
wish I could grab my phone.
I watched this movie called Inheritance.
Let me see.
With Lily Collins and like this old man. I mean, it's literally playing the trailer.
No, but
it was sort of dumb, but it was sort of good.
Yeah.
It was like so-so. Dahmer, I still think, I know it's controversial, one of the best series Netflix has done. I still haven't finished that. Goodbye.
I think I got to. I didn't get past episode 6.
With the blind guy?
Yeah, the deaf one.
You were traumatized?
I couldn't.
It made me cry. It was so fucked up and sad. But that show was, wow, so disturbing. And I'm sorry, but I like things that make you feel something, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. And something that fascinates me, weirdly, I guess. I don't know. Some people are like offended by that, but are the way that serial killers' minds work. Because they're all different.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable to me. That's why I really like Mindhunter, because it really goes into the psychology of why these people are the way that they are. And
I'm always like have that debate of like, you know, are people born this way or is it all circumstance? And maybe
very
sometimes
interesting
it's
conversation.
I have a hard time believing that people are just born
that
evil. I mean, I get people are born with imbalances and you are born that way and you are, you know, I don't know. That to me is so interesting.
Yeah.
And how your circumstances can shape you and, you know,
very,
cause you to do a lot of different things.
Very interesting conversation, very controversial.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people believe that, no, he just in general, he's a sick fuck, he's evil, like he came out the womb that way. However, I do not believe that.
Yeah.
I'll just go
right out and say it. Yeah, I have a hard time believing that too.
I think, again, people definitely, like, mental illness is real. People definitely have these things, but childhood and your environment fucking shapes you, and it can be that thin line that fucking makes you into something really bad or somebody that just kind of coexists with the rest of society.
It's interesting too, you know, if you, let's say you put two people in the exact same circumstance, experiencing, you know, early onset trauma or something, but let's say the other one gets maybe a little bit more support and some kind of other outlet or something, and it can completely change their path.
Definitely.
Or choices that they make. And it just goes to show, you know, how little things like that can really, like, change a person. Just one outlet, or just that one person that cared just enough can make such a difference. I don't know. That to me is insane.
Yeah. I think it's definitely like a crazy thing that...
And how, not to cut you off, and how different people react to different things. Because it's like, it's all relative, people say. And it's like, oh, well, yeah, I know, I see you've had a fucked up life. Well, so have I. And it's like, well, that person may have, you know, committed homicide over and over. It's just so weird.
Right.
The psychosis and just all of it is insane.
I mean, I think that, like, you look like at a person like Jeffrey Dahmer, for instance, where now we're getting into a separate thing where, like, the time was different.
Yeah.
So we're talking about, like, the 70s, and people were not as educated as they are now. Mm-hmm. Technology wasn't as far advanced as it is now. So, like, all the signs were fucking there.
Oh, yeah.
Like, all the signs were there, bitch. He was wanting to mutilate animals. He was fucking cutting them up. He wanted to take the pigs home from school and, like, fucking experiment on them, whatever. Yeah. So the signs were there. The family was, like, you know, the dad encouraged a lot of the behavior with the roadkill and shit like that. Do I think that he was doing that to curate a serial killer? No. God bless. But
thank you.
He was seeing that, you know, my kid's a little off, so if this is something he's showing interest in, like, I'm gonna just... It's fucked up because he really was, I think, trying to be, like, a supportive parent in his own way, but didn't know the monster that he was fucking fueling all those years. But, you know, same thing, like, all the signs were there. However, people were not educated like that to be like, oh, he's fucking killing animals? He's fucking mutilating them? Like, there might be something wrong.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, it's a shame. It really is that he did what he did and, you know, for so many years and killed all the people that he killed. But I really do wish that they would have given his fucking brain to that school so that they could, like, oh, you didn't finish it. Well, whatever. I mean, it's common knowledge.
Yeah, I don't.
But the dad, whoever did the autopsy, they wanted to donate his brain to, like, a college to fucking dissect it, basically, to study it and see if anything was different than, like, a normal brain.
Right.
And the dad was like, yes, like, the dad felt guilt, obviously, from what his son did. He was like, yes, like, I want to donate it. Jeffrey Dahmer had asked, in his will, I guess, whatever bullshit will that he had, to be cremated. He didn't want his organs to go anywhere. And he requested to be cremated, and and the dad wanted to go forward and give the brain, and his mom was like, no, I just want him to be, like, gone, and, like, for this to all be over. I don't want to keep doing this and whatever. So she refused, and because they couldn't come to an agreement, they fucking cremated it. But or no, maybe it was the opposite. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, the dad, I think, was saying no. Jeffrey wanted to be cremated.
No, you're probably right originally, because I saw something that was saying, like, oh, the show was too generous to him. They didn't depict him as evil as he really was.
Jeffrey Dahmer or the dad?
The father was saying that about Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh.
Yeah. That they went like too easy on him.
Wow. I didn't see that. Interesting.
So obviously, like you said, he felt an enormous amount of guilt.
I mean, look.
Shame.
I get it because they had to cast someone that was gonna like, number one, shock people, and number two, drive interest to the show, because at the end of the day they're making a show for entertainment.
Right, exactly.
So, but in my opinion, casting Evan Peters as that was, I don't know if it was like the best, because people like, naturally, I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Yeah.
It's like human nature. You like Evan Peters as an actor, you're attracted to him, whatever. So in your head, you're like, well, this isn't really Jeffrey Dahmer, it's Evan Peters. And you almost, I think a lot of people, from what I was seeing, were like, oh, I was like feeling sympathy for him. And
That's
I was like,
point.
seeing his childhood, I was like, and I'm like, well, bitch, he still fucking murdered and ate people. Like, well, you're thinking about Evan Peters, not Jeffrey Dahmer,
no.
I think.
I think it could be a little bit of that, totally, because that's not really something that I had thought about before.
Yeah.
Is that the fact that at the end of the day, it is Evan Peters. Yes, that is a good point. But there were moments where, you know, with the flashbacks in his childhood, that maybe it could be, maybe you could sympathize with him a little bit, but I don't think it was done in a way that they were trying to make you sympathize. I think it was just
I don't think so either.
This is what happened.
Right.
This was his childhood. We have to tell you the story.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Because I don't think that they were trying to play on that, and I think they know you can't do that. You can't.
Right.
We're not going to make a show here. We're going to sympathize with the murderer.
Yeah, I think I definitely agree with that.
But yeah.
But I mean, I would be lying if I said that I watched it and wasn't like, oh, like, you know, he could have had a better support system.
Well, it just goes to show that you are able to see the full spectrum.
Right.
You know, everything has a root, everything has a source.
Yep.
So, yeah, at the root, it is a small, fragile, wounded, broken child.
Yep.
But, you know, we all make choices.
Right. Should you
but
murder people? No.
I understand.
Yeah. It
Please don't cancel me for that.
I know,
but
right?
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
and I feel that same
well, because I
way.
think like we're human.
Right.
So that's just proving that, I mean, I know every bitch is like, I'm an empath. But I really do.
Yeah.
I really am like that. So I'm not saying that I sympathize or even empathize with him, but I know.
I wouldn't say that yet either.
No.
But it just, you know, like we said from the beginning, I don't think we think that people are born that way.
Right.
It all comes from somewhere.
Right.
And that is sad. That is a sad thing.
Right.
That in itself.
So I guess that
sad.
is really my point, before anybody gets fucking wild up in here, that, and even if it's not like full on murder, you can just live such a fucked up life because of your childhood or things that happened to you as in your formative years.
Yeah.
That will change your entire future and your life as an adult and everything. The reality is that nobody knows, unless you open up to somebody, nobody knows what my childhood was like. Nobody knows what your childhood was like. Nobody knows the things that we've been through in life, because people don't talk about that.
Yeah.
They're not going to go on Instagram and be like, well, you know, I was abused and, you know, this and that. I mean, that's just not what happens in real life.
Right.
Unless you're coming out and you're doing some kind of like huge story about somebody and you're like exposing somebody, then fine. But people generally, they only tell the good things, and, you know, people usually only want to know the good things too, I think.
Yeah.
Which I also think is interesting too, because as a person who has dealt with depression and just self, like isolation and suicidal, you know, thoughts and whatever, it's sad that not, I guess, as many or like more people don't come out and be like, well, yeah, I actually, that happened to me too. Or like, yeah, I feel like that too. Because I don't know, I just, again, like I've mentioned it before, I'm a big mental health advocate. I think now, which is funny because fucking 10 years ago, it was not cool to have ADD or even anxiety. It was still like, oh, stigma. What's anxiety? Like, that's weird. Now, at least in my opinion, it's like trendy to have anxiety and have ADHD and all this stuff. Like, it's a cute mental illness.
Right.
It's like cutesy, and it's like, oh yeah, like,
there's a lot of like self-diagnosing going on. I'm not talking about you.
No, I know.
On the internet specifically.
Absolutely. But I guess my thing is that it's almost cool if you have anxiety or you have like ADD, because it's not an ugly mental illness. However,
totally.
People do not talk about bipolar. People do not talk about borderline.
Yeah. They
don't talk about these ugly mental illnesses, which is sad.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of people struggling with things like that are, I think they feel ashamed or embarrassed to talk about them because they're not these like popular mental illnesses, I guess.
They're a little bit more, well, I think you bring up a good point. I think it's maybe because they're a little bit more problematic. And it's a lot more complex. It's not black and white. And sometimes when you are dealing with these kind of mental or personality disorders, it's not great, and maybe sometimes it can bring out really ugly sides of people. And people nowadays are not willing. They're not willing to deal with that. They're not willing to not even show it. It's like, if you are not perfect, you don't deserve a voice. You don't deserve anything. Right. Fuck you. Go to hell. Like, you deserve to die. Like, people are. I don't know what this.
Well, it's funny. Like,
it's like you.
So, off that, I think it's very interesting.
This is more so on the internet.
Well, that's what I was going to say. So I think it's very interesting that this society now are the non-judgmental society. Like, oh, we don't judge anyone and everyone's free to be who they are until you have a problem with it. Until it doesn't fit your world or whatever the fuck. Until it's problematic for you or you don't like it or, oh, that's a little weird or, whatever. Yeah. Then you're like, oh, no, we don't want to talk about that. Or, like, we don't want to hear about that or we don't want to deal with that.
Yeah. And a lot of the time, it's people talking about situations that are not relative to them and they have no real life experience in at all.
Yeah.
Like, why are you giving an opinion on something that you know absolutely nothing about?
Right. Well, I think the internet has given a lot of people
a platform to people. Yeah, absolutely. And it's a lot of younger people, but then again, it's a lot of older people too.
Yep.
Because I see it.
I think it's all across the board.
Yeah. People, they have, like you said, they have this platform where they can just,
Yep.
And sometimes, listen, I'm not saying it's everybody. Sometimes people bring up great, valid points, but a lot of it is fucking bullshit.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of fluff in everything now. And I just, sometimes I'm like, I don't even, know what to believe anymore. About anything. About the world, about current events, about elections, about fucking anything. I'm like, dude, I could go online right now on Instagram and be like, guys, I have a confession to make. Like, I have 6 nipples, or I have 3 eyes, but the other one I had removed. Who the fuck is to say that I'm lying?
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm declaring something of myself. So if it gets enough traction, they're gonna be like, oh my God, did you hear? She has 6 nipples. And then that's the truth now. Do you know what I mean? So it's so easy for something to be online and then be the truth.
So it's interesting what people take as facts online. They will read one article and, well, that doesn't really, that doesn't go with my narrative, so that's just not true.
Yeah.
But then I read another one from another news source, and it's like, how are we really fact-checking these sources here? And there's a lot of people in my life that are like that, unfortunately, people that are very close to me, that just kind of pick and choose without really doing, and I think that's for a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, now with social media, people just get their news from there.
Yeah.
Which, in 2020, I think, was when I vowed that I'm not even gonna watch the news anymore. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about that. If it's ignorant, if it's dumb, if it's uneducated, I don't fucking care. The reality is the news is not fucking educating.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of bullshit that they're reporting on because they have nothing else to report on. Yeah. Especially down here. It's like, I mean, just this
Everyone, I think it's important to just do your own research.
Yeah.
Make up your own mind.
Yep.
Use your intellect to the best of your ability. Come up with your own conclusions. Don't listen to your friends. Don't listen to your family. Just
be your own person.
Be your own person and
do your own thing. March to the beat of your own drum.
That's it.
That's the most important thing because, you know, if you can find like-minded people in anything, even if it's just the same, you like the same music, great. But, dude, the way that I am now, I'm like, listen, we're all gonna fucking die, so I better have the most fun, make the most money I can, and fucking go see the Misfits before I die.
Much more time. That's really the most important thing.
I know.
Really.
But
Adam, don't listen to this.
Oh my god. Adam, you're invited. You're invited.
Fuck
Adam.
off. Fuck off.
Adam,
no,
you're invited.
I asked him the other day, I was like,
what'd he say?
I was like, I'm not going. I love you to death. I'm not going.
God, come on.
I'm not. Listen, I was like, oh, so, because I looked online, I was like, oh fuck, these really only are 2 dates. I was like, fuck. I was like, am I being a bad friend? And I was like, oh my god. So I looked up tickets, I was like, no, this is not happening. So I just, like, for the fuck of it, I was like, are you gonna go to that other show, the Misfit show? He's like, why? Why are you asking? I was like, oh, I'm just curious. He's like, no, you would never ask that. Why are you asking? I'm like, I'm just curious.
He knew.
Like, there's no reason.
Something was up.
He just knew something was up.
Yeah.
He thought that I was
you
like...
You were gonna buy him tickets or something? Oh, no.
No, I don't think he would think that. I'm not...
That you were gonna, like, be like,
I don't know.
Go?
I think... I don't really know. But...
She's backtracking.
And then, like, I had it up on my phone, and he saw it, and he was like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm not doing anything. And that was kind of it.
That's so funny.
But I didn't get a straight answer, so I don't know.
He would totally go.
Oh yeah,
Who would say no to that?
Yeah, he would. The thing is, I personally just can't justify it because I don't know. Well, I don't like them.
Yeah.
I would go. I'm just gonna hang out at the pool. I'll fucking go to the casino.
It's a lot of money to spend if you don't really like the band.
Yeah.
But
then again, it's like, fuck it. Like, I'll go for the experience.
But it's a once.
Why not?
That could be the last time ever.
Yeah. But probably not.
Bitch, he is 67. He might...
You don't think he'll go back on tour just Danzig?
If he does, I'm going. Even if I go alone.
Motherfucker's 67.
I'll call Adam. Adam,
fuck.
Listen, you want to go see Danzig? Nobody else will go.
Yeah, tell him twice.
Oh my god, I regret. That's gonna be my biggest regret for the rest of my life. If he never goes on tour again by himself, I will regret that until the day that I fucking die.
Yeah.
Because I really didn't even try. I could have probably convinced somebody to go.
Yeah.
And I really didn't even try. I'm like,
when was
whatever.
that? I don't remember.
It was like in fucking August or something.
Oh, that recent?
Yeah. It was like, and I remember that I had randomly saw it, like all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And it was in like 2 or 3 weeks or something.
Yeah.
But, man, I don't know. Nicole, if you're watching this, God, hopefully by Saturday when this comes out, you're gonna tell me that you're fucking going.
I feel like she can make it happen. I think she can make it happen.
Oh my god, I have to go. All I do is fucking
honestly
work.
though, you would probably have so much fun too. You should really like, I mean, New Year's Eve in Vegas, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like a lot of fun.
It's gonna be crazy. Just people. But yeah.
But still fun.
Yeah. What else? How deep are we in? Oh, 54 minutes. That's good.
I have to pee so bad.
Alright, let's cut it.
Cut it.
Alright, so that's it. We talked.
We babbled.
We went from one subject to the next, the next, the next, the next. We talked about murders.
Whole lot of bullshit.
We talked about killers. We talked about psychology.
You really just listened to us just kind of catching up.
Yeah. just normal, like, conversations that go from point A to point Z real quick.
But I think next episode is going to be really exciting. Because we're going to have our first guest.
I believe it'll be Nicole, our friend Nicole, who is a great hairstylist and makeup artist. She does special effects. She does airbrush.
She does it all.
So that's going to be really fun. And yeah.
Looking forward to
for listening. Thanks for following along. It's been fun as always.
Do not forget to subscribe.
Yes.
Hit that like button.
Smash that like button, guys.
Follow us on our new Instagram.
Yes, follow us on Instagram.
Babettes.
Yes.
And yeah, thank you so much for being here. Cheers to that.